Mystery.
You know, with all of these, you could call them conspiracy theories, or you could call them alternate narratives. What's becoming visible is incredible distrust in scientific and political authority.
The goal of City Brain is to minimize traffic in the city.
Anything that makes people hesitate to give their children these vaccines creates risk.
Bill Gates is carving out new colonies. Software should have stayed open software.
The problem is that we were not in a condition of health. If we had been in a condition of health, this would never have happened. We're not set up to take care of collective catastrophe.
The idea behind the saeculum was that mankind was bound to make the same mistakes over and over again because there would be no first-hand witness left alive to remind him of his mistakes of the past.
There has been a quantum leap in the last 6 months with the electrification of the Earth. We are in an existential crisis here, folks.
What will be the new normal after spring quarantine? Perhaps we've never had a grasp on what is normal to begin with. All we have are patterns nested within patterns, nested within patterns, that hypnotize and lull us into obedience. It takes time for this kind of control mechanism to take hold, but it only takes an instant to snap out of it.
Mystery.
Our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world. And yet, I ask you, is not an alien force already among us?
The gravest error a thinking person can make is to believe that one particular version of history is absolute fact. History is recorded by a series of observers, none of whom are impartial.
RF-4 jets spotted and took photographs of a huge carving in the desert over 1,000 feet across.
No tire tracks and no footprints. The Germans had a settlement on the moon, they had a settlement on Mars, and they were doing this as early as 1939.
Between the age of 16 and 17 years old, I was transported to the moon, and after 20 years, I was age regressed back in time and then returned to civilian life.
Extraterrestrial spacecraft have appeared over nuclear missile installations and have completely powered them down.
We put together programs that went all the way out into the galaxy, not just this galaxy.
According to some estimates, we cannot track $2.3 trillion in transactions.
This
After thinking for a while on how to best disseminate the information I've received, I've settled on dropping this particular discovery in its own shorter video.
The problem now is that people now know that I am interested in lost glove photos.
And the rest of the leads and new testimonies will be in part 3.
And then they made each little boy in turn come up and stab him.
I'm doing this because I consider this finding a bit more time sensitive, and I've already received veiled threats and attempts to hack my social media. I knew I might receive some trolls when giving out an email and asking for information, which on one hand has proven remarkably useful. But I wasn't prepared for how sophisticated some of these phishing attempts